In today's video, I'm going to be talking about my pros and cons on the brand new Pixel 10a. Stay tuned. Alright everyone, hopefully you guys are having a great day. Hopefully everyone is safe out there. We have the brand new Google Pixel 10a in the house right here. A very, very polarizing device the last month and a half that this device has essentially been out and been in speculation and been on the news and been everywhere pretty much. I finally have this device in my hands courtesy of Google, so huge shout out to Google for actually sending me a review unit. I am not keeping this device. They are making me send it back, so they're not buying my opinion at all. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about my pros and cons on this device. We're going to be talking about some of the things I like about this device, and of course, the things I dislike about this device. First and foremost, I think this is essentially my favorite thing about this device, and it has to be, or I guess second favorite thing about this device. I think the first thing is that it is a Google device. I love the ecosystem. I love the stock Android ecosystem. It's like a warm cup of coffee or hot chocolate. The first pro about this device, however, getting over my little rant, has to be that we have a brighter display. So this is a 3000 nit peak brightness display right here. It is going to be better in outdoor visibility. So if you guys need a brighter device, you may be working outdoors all day, you may be, a construction worker, you may be a lifeguard. We're getting into the summer very, very soon. It's going to be very sunny, especially here in California. If you guys are outside a lot, you guys, of course, are not a stranger to dim displays. And with the Pixel 10a, just great to see that we got that extra 300 nits of peak brightness on this device. 3000 nits, very, very solid right here. And of course, 120 hertz refresh rate on this device, and display in general is just all around very, very good. Very punchy, very nice colors on this display. Even with the Pixel 9a, I'm sure you guys, if you have the Pixel 9a, you guys like that display on this. I think the same display on the Pixel 10a looks very, very good. It does a great job. Social media looks great on here. Watching Netflix, watching YouTube videos looks great. And as far as the slimmer bezels on here, I don't really notice a difference, but if you use this device for more than a few days, you're going to get used to the bezels on here. It's not going to be anything crazy. They blend into the experience, so it's not going to be the end of the world to have a little bit of a bigger bezel on this device. Next pro about this device has to be the price point. So for $499 at this moment, March 3rd, 2026 currently, you guys can get this device for $499, and you're not just getting this device, but you're actually getting this with your choice of a $100 Amazon gift card or the Pixel Buds 2a. And for $499, I think that's a really good deal. And if you guys do want to pick up that deal, I'll leave a link in the description down below so you guys can go ahead and take a look at that. I think that's a really good deal. Overall, honestly, if you guys are looking to get a brand new Pixel device and you may not want to go to the Pixel 9a, you may want to get whatever's new or whatever's out or whatever's, more modern right now or more refreshed, because this is essentially the refresh of the Pixel 9a, then go ahead and take a look at that deal. It's a very, very good deal going on. And for the price tag, I think it's really good, honestly. A lot of people are not talking about that. Next pro has to be the performance and the software on this device. Of course, we have 8 gigabytes of RAM. That much RAM inside of here, still with even the Tensor G4 processor inside of here, offers a very, very smooth and capable performance. I do play things like PUBG on here. I play Call of Duty Mobile. And of course, all of your daily task and AI features running on Android 16 are going to be running very nice and fluid. So I really don't have any glitches on this device. Not really too many hiccups on here. Overall, it's been a nice, smooth experience going through the UI and doing my daily tasks, making phone calls, watching YouTube videos, playing games. Really, really smooth experience right here. Next pro has to be the build quality on this device. And of course, the Pixel 9a is essentially going to have the same build quality other than a couple new things. The first one is going to be, of course, we have a flush camera lens to the back of the Pixel 10a, so we don't have that sticking out anymore. So if you drop this on the ground, that camera module is going to be a little bit more hidden away instead of just being the first thing that pops out right there, and you may smash that if you drop the phone before. So cool that we have that flush to the body. I think that's a great design. And of course, we also have the sturdy Gorilla Glass 7i coming up from the Corning Gorilla Glass 3 that we saw on the Pixel 9a. So great to see that here. We also have a chassis that is aluminum all around this device, and you guys can absolutely feel the weight and the premiumness to this device. So if you guys have picked up this device so far, or even the Pixel 9a, you guys do notice that it does feel pretty premium. And that's essentially because of the metal that we see in the Pixel 9a, the mid-range series of Google's devices. And the back of this device actually does have a plastic back, so it's going to be even more shatterproof than a glass back. If you guys know anything about iPhones back in the day, if you dropped your phone, everybody had their iconic smashed iPhone glass back, and there's still a lot of people smashing the backs of their phones nowadays. So of course this makes this more rugged and more tough than a device that has a glass back. So beautiful to see that on here. Next up, we get a solid battery life on here. We actually have a 5100 milliamp battery inside of here, the same battery that we had in the Pixel 9a. However, we do go from 23 watts wired charging to now 30 watt wired charging on here. So we get a little bit of a bump right here. We also get a little bit of a bump in wireless charging. We go from 7.5 watts to actually 10 watts for wireless charging on the Pixel 10a. So cool to see that as well. Last but not least, we have a good value on here. Obviously, if you guys pick up that deal, I think that is a great value. But not just speaking about that, I think overall the 7 years of operating system updates we saw on the Pixel 9a and now on the Pixel 10a, starting with Android 16 now, is a very great value. There are not a ton of devices out there that offer that many software updates. Love to see that software support that you guys have on your devices. One of the best companies out there for that. And of course, getting into the dreaded cons on the Pixel 10a, first and foremost, I think everybody was talking about this, but of course, no Qi 2. So this is going to be missing the magnetic Qi 2 charging found on the flagship Pixel 10. And of course, Google did have an opportunity to go ahead and put that inside this phone, and sadly, we do not have that in here. It's not the end of the world. I still think this is a solid phone overall, but of course the fans, or some of the fans, were let down about this. That is the first con about this device. Second con, of course, has to be the same processor inside of here. We have the same Tensor G4 that we had from the Pixel 9a. So it's going to be a little bit disappointing to people seeking better performance. Of course, not a lot of people upgrade from the previous iteration to the next iteration, so it's not the end of the world. It's not going to be anything crazy. Most people are going to be upgrading from the Pixel 10a from something much older like the Pixel 6a or even the Pixel 4a or 3a or something like that. So, if you're jumping from there, you guys are going to get a solid, capable phone. But of course, some of the people that are Pixel fanboys or fangirls are going to be a little bit disappointed because we have the same processor from last year. And staying along the same lines as what we just talked about, we have essentially the same physical hardware in the camera from last year as well. So this lacks a major hardware upgrade in the camera system. Of course, we do have some software upgrades right here and tweaks, so the photos may be a little bit sharper than the Pixel 9a, but nothing insanely different as far as the physical camera goes. And of course, last but not least, minimal upgrades all around to this device. There were about 7 different things in this device, give or take. Of course, we have the integration of the flush camera to the back of the phone. We have a stunning new color, the beautiful berry color right here. We have 3000 nits instead of 2300, 30 watt wired charging, satellite SOS support, and of course Corning Gorilla Glass 7i. So about 6 new things on this device. Not too many upgrades to the Pixel 10a from the Pixel 9a. This is kind of a weird little outlier. I've never seen Google do this before. However, overall, if you guys are looking for a brand new phone, $499 is not a bad deal for the Pixel 10a. And again, if you guys do want to pick up this device at the best deal possible, Amazon is having a great deal going on right now. They're either offering the Pixel 10a with the integration of the Pixel Buds 2a, or a $100 Amazon gift card with the Pixel 10a for $499. The retail price of the Pixel 10a. So you guys are getting either $100 value or a $129 value if you guys choose to get the earbuds for free. So beautiful, beautiful deals going on right now with this device. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think about this device. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day. This has been Stefan from TechRight. Peace out, Tech Gang.